Hey, it's Heidi. Welcome back for another video. I help people stop self-sacrificing, self-sabotaging, sucking it up, settling, and striving. That's a lot of S's, right? And so if you need to break up with what's not working, a person, place, or a thing, you're in the right place. Today we're going to talk about being a control freak. We just got off of a really long Memorial Day weekend here in the States, and we went to Disney. My husband loves Disney. It's not my absolute favorite place to be, but he really loves Walt Disney for his imagination and everything else. So when I say Disney, what do you envision, right? Sometimes we think about, oh my gosh, fun rides, good food, or we think hot to hail, long walks, long lines, lots of people, overcrowded, right? Disney has the opportunity to be awesome or suck, right? But when I go there, I literally go there to completely and totally check out from the world. So, if you know me and if you're new to me, you'll know control freak means the rest of the world is playing checkers and I'm playing chess. I'm like 5 steps ahead of everybody else, right? Always strategizing, always trying to be in control, never want to get like surprised, always making sure that I have everything under control, that everything is on lockdown, right? So I'm a big strategizer. Well, when I go to Disney, I say to my husband, you're in charge, you know, and I just relax. I just go with the flow. For a person like me, being in the flow is just something that I crave, that freedom, that flexibility, and that flow state, right? So when we go there, I'm able to do that. Well, then we came back to work today, and I'm like, oh God, here we go, back to the grind, right? Oh, back to the Tuesday now. Bye-bye, #vacation vibes. How am I going to get back into my real world now? It doesn't really have to be that way, I don't think, though, How can we create that flow state or that vacation vibe in our everyday life? Well, for me, it's learning how to strategize a little less and be in the flow a little more. Give up a little control and let myself have a little more trust in the process, trust in the universe, and trust in my own intuition. How about you? Do you find that you're in the same position, like you're coming back in and now it's kind of crazy? Maybe you're on a long holiday weekend and you have a dysfunctional family and actually ain't nothing fun about it, the dysfunction. And now you're coming back to work like, thank God that's over, right? I can relate to that too, having a family that's nuts cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs and you're like dealing with all their stuff and promising yourself you're not going to get sucked in, but there you are again trying to control everybody and fix your family and make sure everybody's doing what they need to do. I can relate to that too, but guess what? They're both control issues, right? So if that's you and you wrestle with that, being compulsively self-reliant, having to take the weight of the world on your shoulders all the time, having to feel like you're the one who has to be in charge of everything all the time, what would life be like if you decided that you were going to give up a little bit more, that you were going to allow a little bit more flow into your life, allow a little bit more people to come alongside of you and receive a little bit more, right? When we go on vacation, I don't have any problem saying to my husband, you're in charge. I have problems saying to my husband, you're in charge in our real everyday life. But you know what's crazy? When I say you're in charge of the fast pass, you're in charge of the food, do you know I have a wonderful time? Because that's really what I long to do, is just release responsibility, not totally, but relinquish some of it, right? Delegate it. I had a great call today. I've been wanting to work with the coach for a while, this one woman that I've been following for quite some time. There's not a lot of people that I want to work with, right? Because I feel like, well, let's get real. Sometimes I can feel like I know it all, or I already know that, or I don't need anybody. I can do it all myself. But even we need people to come alongside of us. And when you find that right person, with her, it happens to be somebody I really respect, I really admire, who really sees me, to come alongside me. It's like that's the lesson, is learning how we can live more in flow by allowing people to come alongside of us and take some of these things off our plate, right? What are you having on your plate? Do you have the weight of the world on your shoulders? Are you managing your family, your finances, your other family dynamic, your everything, and you're feeling like you're overwhelmed, you're tired, you're exhausted, or worst case scenario, resentful that you have to do it all, but then actually feeling like, well, I know I set it up this way. How about you allow me to come alongside of you? and help you take some of that off and learn how to live more of your life in flow. There's a time for hustle and there's a time for flow. I actually don't even like that word hustle. I used to when I was climbing the corporate ladder, right? Striving for success, but then I got tired, all right? And I wanted there to be an easier way. So if that's you and you're struggling, you're self-destructive, that's a sign you know you have too much control, right? You're self-destructive, you're sucking it up, you're settling, you're striving, you're trying to prove your value. You feel like you have to control everything all the time, then you know that I'm talking to you. And this is your call. This is your wake-up call, right? To allow somebody to come alongside of you and help you shoulder some of that responsibility so that you can learn how to be more at peace, have more flexibility, more freedom, and more flow in your life. Go to lovecoachheidi.com and send me a message, and let's talk about how I can come alongside of you. There's an art to receiving. Not you know how to give. You know how to give. Do you know how to receive? I'll see you on the other side. Take excellent care of yourself. Bye-bye.